and Chris come along as they share our lives with you. We have many adventures. We're always on the go, doing errands, traveling, casinos, and much more. Nothing to stop us now. It's time for another show. The life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today and come share our lives with us. We have many adventures. We're always on the go, doing errands, traveling, casinos, and much more. Nothing to stop us now. It's time for another show. The life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today and come share our lives with us. Oh, with us.
This is Cheryl with the Life of Cheryl and Chris. I'm on my way to a sorority meeting. This is our last one for the year, so we'll have some dinner and then we'll go over our business coming up for next year. So I will get back with you once I get on the road. Okay, I'm back. I just got on the main road leading out of town, and it was a lot of traffic trying to get on here. I guess because it's Sunday, people getting out of church, people going out to eat and stuff like that. And it's trying to miss the rain. It's supposed to storm. I hope I don't get caught in the storm. It looked like every time I'm trying to go somewhere, it's trying to rain or storm or something like that. And like I told you before, I can drive in the rain, and I've driven in a storm before too, but it's not something that you really want to do. Right now, the temperature is like 83 degrees and it's just mist and raining, so it's still pretty good. I just got to go about 35 minutes to my destination. I was supposed to be there at 2 o'clock. It's like 1:20 now, so hopefully I get there on time. And we're gonna eat and stuff first, and then we're gonna conduct our business after that. And look like something's wrong with my right eye. I was putting on some mascara, but I didn't get nothing in it. But anyhow, I'll be back after a while. I'm just gonna make sure I get on the road all right, and then I'll come back.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Ooh, 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 stop. Ooh, girl. Ain't no diary, girl. It's a dialogue. Let it out, let it out. And you can know the stick comes from the 90s. Ain't no step by. More like the on the way you put it on the line. Ooh, shoot, I know you feel it, girl. Cause I know in Iowa, I'm sure they be saying, I'm sure we be jive talking. Cause you get the best of us spark, the best of Cheryl's spark. Ooh, I would drive. We learn something new every day. Every day. We learn something new every day. This is just a Cheryl's house, baby. I said, this ain't no Cheryl diary, baby. Cause y'all getting funky, I know you're about to start jiving. Start jiving, ooh, baby, up I got a jimmer. I know you might see there's a surprise in every single corner. Surprise, there's something out there costly. It's the Cheryl Talk Show, baby. Oh, baby. Get it in, let's jump, get it in. We need a promise. We need a promise. Bring it back, Aria. This is the Cheryl Talk Show. Cheryl Talk. Fuck, blood on the audio.
Just driving, listen to the music and stuff, and I said I need to come back on and say a little. But while I was listening to the music, my camera went off, So I hate to be, fiddling around with my camera when I'm driving, trying to get everything set up. But I got it set up now. And like I said, I'm on my way to my last sorority meeting for this year. And we'll be having our dinner, our lunch, whatever. And then we'll do our business. Because in June and July, we usually don't have meetings. That's the time when we go to conventions. And, just have our own personal vacations time. And this year, we'll have our national convention, and I really wish I could go in Washington, D.C. But with all this going on in the world, it's kind of hard. You know how the air traffic control situation has been, and a lot of people, our president and another person was supposed to go, but our president decided that she didn't want to go just because of how the air traffic has been and how the planes have been doing. So we didn't get anyone to go. My sister, my younger sister that I'm always talking about, Nikki, she had some business. She had a business meeting in Atlanta on Monday and Tuesday, and then she had to come back home for that Wednesday. Then she went back to Atlanta on Thursday and Friday for her. She graduated from Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia, and she was having their homecoming or celebration. I think it's been 25 years since she graduated, so she went back for that. And she sent me pictures. She was having a good time and everything, but she had told me that I wonder what these cars are doing. She had told me that when she went on the plane on last Monday, she said it was a lot of turbulence and stuff like that. She said that's the most she's seen. It was a lot, and she was saying she was feeling a little nervous. And I know how it is when that turbulence, because I know once me and my sister, one of my sisters, we had flown to Miami for we went for a cruise with one of my friends from college, and we flew to Miami, and we sailed out from Miami, and on our way coming back, oh man, when we got on the plane, there was so much turbulence. We're coming back to Dallas, but we couldn't land in Dallas because the weather was so bad and with so much turbulence. We had to go all the way to Houston, try to land, and they had to refuel and everything there because they had flown around for a while because they weren't able to get into Dallas. So we had flown around for a while and stuff. So we had to go to Houston. When we got to Houston, we had to refuel there. And there was some people on the plane that had gotten so sick from all the turbulence and all the stuff that we were going through. They just got off on the plane in Houston. And some of them said they would, rent a car and drive back to Dallas, to the airport. And then I don't know what the other people did. But even when we left Houston, we still didn't go straight on back to Dallas. We had to detour again, and we went through San Antonio. Had to go to San Antonio, and then probably we were supposed to be getting home around about maybe 6 o'clock that evening coming from our flight, but we didn't get back home until probably we didn't get back home until about midnight of that night. So we just had a lot of turbulence, and we had a lot of detours and stuff. And I had flown, and I was, my sister is always getting nervous. She wasn't that nervous, but I was really nervous and stuff. And so not too long after that, I hadn't flown for a while, but not too long after that, my sister had gotten a car. My sister she was in Atlanta then. She was in college. She was going to school. And she had gotten a car because she wanted to have a car down there in Atlanta with her, so she could drive around and get around and wouldn't have to be on the public transportation stuff all the time. So she did get a car, and did get a car, and I drove with her back to Atlanta with her car. Let me see if I can get off here. No, I can get off up here, I think. Yeah. I drove with her back to Atlanta. And then I would have to fly back. So we drove to Atlanta, and the drive was good. And we got back to Atlanta like on a Saturday evening and stuff. And you can imagine, if you've ever been to Atlanta, that traffic is horrific. And if not, I'm just telling you, that traffic is horrific in Atlanta. So that Saturday night when we were getting back, my little sister, I was driving during that time, and you know, I had a lot of experience driving. You know, I had been driving for a while, but that traffic was still a lot. But we didn't have an accident, nothing happened. But my little sister saw that traffic. She said, I don't know why I ever even wanted a car. I'm not gonna be able to go through all this. But she did. She went through all that. She survived it, and she's driving everywhere and doing stuff. She finished up her college in Atlanta, and then she went on to North Carolina, and she got her master's and her doctorate from the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, and we went up there for her graduation. So now she's at her, she said 25-year reunion. Yeah, that's right. She is. She had a 25-year reunion now from Spelman. So that's what she was doing this weekend. And I was just saying, she had asked me to come to Ohio. She lives in Ohio. She don't live in Cleveland. She lives in look at that, how I forgot that. Not Cincinnati. Is another C. She lives in Columbus. How could I forget that? We went there about 2 or 3 years ago, my husband and I, but we drove, and that was a long drive, a long trip. And I'll have to tell y'all about that sometime too, because it was really weird how all that was going on with us when we were trying to get there. But anyhow, she had told me, she said, you ought to come up to Columbus this summer for a little visit. I said, girl, with all that traffic and how that traffic is going on and stuff, I don't think I want to come up there for a little visit, because there's too much going on with this air traffic stuff. So, but maybe one summer I will go up there. Me and my sister used to go up there and visit her all the time for the summer. And so maybe I will go up there. Oh, I could have gone right there. I'm going to go up here and get in. I think I can get in here. Yeah, so I'm getting ready to go to the meeting. And I'm just turning off here. Look like it is going to start raining pretty good on us. I've gotten off here, and them bumps. So I'll be back once we finish our meeting, and just let you know that I'm back on the road and see what I need to do once I finish that. I'm gonna go around the back side of this place, because I could have come all the way on 35, but that would have been a lot of trouble to me. Let me see. Oh, I got to go. Oh, I can go this way, I think, and go across. Let me see. Yeah, I certainly can. Okay. But it's crowded here too. And they said they're hiring. They need servants. Serving people they need. But good luck. No, there's no way. Yeah, there's one handicap parking. I can get it right here. I looked them on that. Okay, I'm here. I see one of my So Royalty sister, she just not coming. And so I'm gonna go and I'll talk to you when I get back. Hello? Let me have these are just gonna be sandwiches. I want a cluck. Oh, you on that one you can give me the I just take the I take the combo on that one. You got some kind of Sprite or something? Okay, I'll take that. And then let me have the just a home style sandwich, and I want a 3-piece egg roll. Also, ma'am, can I have that Nashville hot? No, I'm talking about the chicken. Oh, y'all don't have the hot sauce? Oh, okay. Y'all don't have any hot tenders? Okay. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you. Can I have some tiny tacos? Those tiny tacos? Yeah. Okay. And give me some of the guacamole. You don't have any. Y'all have a lot of stuff. Okay. What kind of sauce y'all got? Okay. I'll take some of that. Okay, I will. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, thank you. This is Cheryl. I don't know what. I'm back in the car at this time, and I have ordered Kristen something to eat when we get home because it's already almost 6 o'clock because we had a long meeting. Like I was telling you earlier, that was our last meeting for the year. So we had to go over some stuff and decide when we're going to start having our meetings again for the upcoming year. So we changed from Sundays. Now we're going to go back to having them on Saturdays like we were having them before. Like 8:30 in the morning to 10:30 or something like that. But I'm finished with the meeting. It was a good meeting. One of our sorors, she brought a homemade peach cobbler that she had made. So she brought some of that. She told me to make sure I take Chris some. So I got him a little bit to take. And I had a little piece of chicken left from my dinner that I had there. So I guess I'll eat that when I get home. And I took them something home to eat. But anyhow, I'll be back on the road in a little while. I'm going to call William because he had called me earlier. And I'll see what he wanted, if he needed anything while I was up here in Waco. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm on the road, going home. I've gotten them there some little food to eat, so they'll have something to eat when I get there. But because I'm not going to be trying to find nothing to cook once I get home or anything like that. I just want to get home and get out of these clothes that I got on, put on my just some house clothes, and just sit down and enjoy the rest of the evening. And Chris had told me that while I was gone, that Copper, he was doing something. He said Copper had bit him on the finger. He was trying to tell her to do something. I don't know what's going on with Copper. Copper's been acting really funny lately. And he said it had been thunder and lightning earlier, but it had stopped doing that. So he don't know why Copper would do that. And I don't either. All I know is whenever I'm there, Copper doesn't do those things to me. But sometimes she'll do that to Ty, and she did it to Chris today. I don't know why, but they do interact with her in a different way than I do. Usually, I just leave Copper alone and just let her. If she just want to lay around, I let her lay around. If she wants to walk around, I would let her walk around. I just don't fool with her that much like that, and she's always following me all around the rooms and stuff like that, and Ty constantly getting after her to tell her to stop scratching and stuff because she's constantly scratching herself and doing stuff. And I probably need to get some more of that those pills and stuff that they take from the pharmacy, from the veterinarian. So I might have to call and get her some more of those pills tomorrow too, probably. But I don't know. I'll see her when I get home. Chris said he had to put her in a kennel because that was her punishment. She's on timeout. So by the time I come, she might be out or she might still be in there. We'll see when we get home. But we had a very good meeting today, and I think it was quite productive. And our president was saying that she hopes that we have a much better year next year, because it makes no difference when you put your meeting date. It's going to always conflict with somebody. And the reason why we had changed to having it on Sunday, because it looked like somebody always had something to do on Saturday, because people always have people passing away. They want to go to somebody's funeral and stuff like that, and or else they got kids that's involved in some kind of activities. They want to be in those activities with the children and different stuff. So it's always something to do on Saturday. But when I first got into the sorority, that's when we had our meeting. We had it every Saturday morning. I think we used to have them about from 9 to 11. And to me, that's a good time. But we've changed it now to from 8:30 to 10:30, I think. And it usually lasts for about 2 hours. So that ought to be fine. And we will have some kind of, we'll have what they call is a DEI. That's not DEI. Look, I'm saying DEI. A DID. It's the meetings that we have to keep ourselves up on what's going on in the sorority and different stuff like that. So I volunteered to be in that meeting because we needed 5 people to be in the meeting. So I volunteered to be in that because we need those meetings to stay up to date in our sorority. So if we didn't do that, we could be not complying with everything we should do. So that's why a lot of people just say, yes, they can have the meeting on Saturday. I have to remember when I go home, I'm going to have to register for the meeting because I hadn't registered yet. And it doesn't cost us anything because the sorority is paying for it. We have already paid for it. We just have to be in attendance for it and just do the things that we're supposed to do. They're going to tell us everything, that we have to do and stuff like that to stay in compliance. But we're finished with all our sorority meetings for this year. And the next thing we'll have to do, this is part of sorority, but we're doing this because on Juneteenth we will be participating in the Juneteenth parade, and we will be participating in doing something for the Juneteenth celebration that we have each year in our city and our county. So that's very important for us to do, and because Juneteenth is a very important day for us as Black Americans, and especially here in Texas, because that was the time when they learned that they had been freed, because I think it had already been 2 years and everybody else had already known about it. But here in Texas, it hadn't even, I don't know how they didn't get the information, but when I've read several books and they said that the people knew because they heard about it through the grapevine. And even though they didn't have phones and well, I guess they had telegraphs, but we as a people, Black people, we didn't have any, but we had a grapevine and they could hear about stuff that was going on all around the country and from different plantation to plantation. And so some of the people already knew, but they hadn't got the legitimate word that it had been, that the Civil War was over and that Black people were set free. The enslaved people were set free. And I think that said General Granger, that's who he was, he came down to Galveston, which is a city here in Texas, and he told the people that the enslaved people were free. And that was why they called it Juneteenth, because it happened on June the 19th. And when I was growing up, it was always a celebration. I didn't know it wasn't a federal holiday. When I was a kid, I certainly didn't know it. But as I got older and I started working here in Texas, it is a state holiday because, it happened. The only funny part about it, it comes right after what they call Confederate Heroes Day. I don't know why they was at heroes when they were trying to keep people enslaved. To me, that's not a hero. That's a monster trying to keep people enslaved just because they have a different skin tone than you do. There's no reason to keep people enslaved. But anyhow, we all know what happened back then, and that's why we celebrate June 19th. And if you live in an area where you celebrate it, or you've always celebrated, because, it's not just in our state. It wasn't just in our state at first. People from people would leave the southern states, and they would go up north, and they would start celebrating, and that's how it got spread all around. So if you do celebrate Juneteenth, put on there, you celebrate Juneteenth, and you know why you celebrate it, and it's a good time to celebrate. And hopefully, this will be out way before Juneteenth. Chris is working on the said, we're gonna start doing more. Maybe I'll have something to do when we celebrate and different celebrations and stuff like that. Hopefully we will. But we have anticipated going to another city, not too far from here. They're having a big Juneteenth celebration. So me and Chris and maybe Ty will go to that and see what's going on. And I think that'll be a good event to go to. But like I said, I'm on my way home, and when I get home, I'll give them this food I've gotten for them, and I'm gonna get my clothes changed and all this stuff like that. And just get ready for the upcoming week, because tomorrow will be Monday, and on Monday, you know, we do the morning show, Classy C and Crazy Chris morning show. We used to do it early, like at 9, from 9 to 11. Now we do it like mid-morning, 10:45 to early, early afternoon. We finish, we're supposed to finish up about 12:45. We usually finish up about 1 or 1:15. I'm hiccuping. I got me some water, so excuse me. I bought me some water from home, so we still got ice and everything in it. But I'm on my way home. And I just want you to remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and write a comment. I really appreciate the likes and for you to subscribe, and really appreciate if you just write a comment. I don't know why it seems like a lot of people don't write comments. I don't know if it's a hard thing to do when you're watching it on the TV, or maybe they just don't have anything they want to say. But please like, comment, and subscribe. That's the way we get the information out and get people to start subscribing to our channel. And we're trying to grow our channel, but I know we probably gonna have to do other things too. And because we are in the car a lot and stuff like that. But I know you can make videos any kind of way. I see a lot of people in their cars, and some people just walking, doing things like that. It's not specific that you have to be doing a lot of stuff. Just whatever you do, and just be authentic and just sincere about what you're doing. But like I said, I'm on my way home, and I'm gonna go and maybe I'll listen to the music until I get home. I'll probably be home in about the next 20 minutes or so. But I just want to say right now, remember that we are the carers, and caring is sharing, and we're sharing our life with you. Bye-bye.
Campers, you gotta help me. I'm trapped in prison. I'm trapped here behind bars. Now my inmate is a crazy hairy weenie. I got a crazy inmate, guys. Guys, if you want to help me and get the key, just subscribe. It's only free. Like, comment, and subscribe today, Care Bears, to get me out of prison. Well, hurry. Hurry. My hairy inmate. She's crazy.
Even though this episode comes to a close, we have many more to explore. Just hit that subscribe button. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. Don't forget to drop a like and a comment, would be very nice too. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. From showdowns to casinos and even across the country too. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris, taking you places, showing you around. Come get that like button. Please hit that subscribe so we can see you around. We appreciate you and glad you are part of the family. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. You never know what we going to next. Come along and join the fun and be a part of our journey too. Oh, we are the cares and caring, we're sharing, and we're sharing our lives with you. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. From short errands to casinos and even across the country too. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris, taking you places, showing you around. Come hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe so we can see you around. We appreciate you and glad you are part of the family. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. You never know what we're gonna do next. Come along and join the fun and be a part of our journey too. We are the cares and caring and sharing, and we're sharing our lives with you. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, yeah.